Mic check. Mic check. Let me see if anybody's here. Let me see who up late night with Coffee and Kush TV. I chose to come back on for a specific reason. I'm just hanging out at the crib, and why not get on the computer and talk some sense? We had a great show earlier. What up, Todd, Amanda? Let's see who up in here. Yeah, we just small discussion. We had a great conversation, and since I brought up the time loop and we're talking time here, I thought about why not talk about exiting the trauma loop in a small discussion, because people be wondering how I'll be so like chill or relaxed and with so much. It seems like strength. And it is a lot of mental fortitude, physical fortitude. But I just want to talk because I was, thinking about Rico and them and this whole time, lollygagging and people playing around in my chat room and my energy and my space coming into my arena. I thought it would be a fine time to discuss exiting these trauma loops because it's a part of my personal life. It ain't just YouTube. This is like a walk in my life. A lot of people want to be around Kev, not knowing it's tough. It's tough shit. A lot of students be like, "Yeah, I'm with him," and then they Kev go hard on them, and then they leave me and shit. Well, hold up, this part of the school program. We talked about these things, so it take a lot from everybody, student, me, everybody. And then over the years, encountering certain individuals, it just let me know how real life is, and how important what you do and your overcoming, how that really is, and explaining it and going through it and being able to testify and have discipline after the fact, showing your strength through these types of traumas that we find ourselves in. Continuous trauma loops that won't allow us to grow past certain points of potential. I think of it like science, never getting past like a certain wall where something that seems so impossible, even though it is possible to others, it's impossible to you, like your confidence, your courage. All of that is attached to personal traumas, to the people you meet, how you deal with people, relationships with the same sex or the opposite sex, given the even like if you dating the opposite sex, or just your basic friendship with your homeboys or your homegirls or something like that. That's different. People be taking your friendships and your time, your efforts, who you are, your sincerity for granted. You know what I'm saying? That'll frustrate anybody. When you're working with people and they just seem to be off, not because they don't want to learn, not because they can't learn, just they have a natural defiance of just overcoming and not just being a disruptive participant in anything they get involved in. I come from I was in a long-term relationship before I became a single man. Press one. So I'm, my thing on relationships and romance with women is a little different. I'm more of a committed nigga. I'm not in the street. Press one. That takes a lot, especially with all the spandex and, Lord have mercy, corned beef briskets running around this nation as a 6'2", press 200-pound African American handsome black man. Press one. You see what I'm saying? Hey man, I'm gonna pat myself on the back. Kev is doing a great job. They move too fast on this. I was start dating this female, and I found myself dating females who were tied to other men. Press one. I found myself like attached to females, and I was wondering why I keep finding myself in these loops where, you get me? Where I keep falling for the same lie and the same deception and the same false sense of love, Jamal. The same way I had a false sense of love growing up, and I thought those who loved me really didn't, and I still had that attachment to them, thinking because they was family or mother or father figures that was just all the love that was needed. Press one. So I carried that into relationships like that, and females saw that. Kev is gullible. He wear it hard on the sleeve. He really don't be on it like that. He really don't be checking for shit. He really don't be on it. I always did, but I found it, minuscule type of shit. Hit the like button and subscribe. And that's how you find yourself as being abused. You find yourself being abused that way. Mentally, spiritually abused and drained. You know what I'm saying? I always try to learn something from every relationship, especially the longest one I ever had. Shout out to my BM. But even though I feel a certain way and people feel a certain way, I always try to look at myself and try to see what I can do better and carry that into the future. You know what I'm saying? But I've been growing over the years, growing as an individual, and it took years to get past that long ass relationship. Press one. And now I know how long it really takes to get over these types of long relationships. Those types of long relationships. But I was so susceptible to the loop of false senses of love as a dude that's so hard to admit. Press one. And it take a lot of courage. And I just was like, I ain't got shit. I'm just freestyling today. I'm just a real person. I'm like, damn. Why I keep falling for this false sense of love? I had to realize this shit was connected to the root issue. So I had to go a little deeper than what was presented in front of me over these years. You feel me? That's what allows me to look past people's beauty or their looks or something like, because you got to go deep to see past all this stuff. A lot of people fall. But I found myself in these loops, like, man. And like self-discipline, staying alone, staying to myself, having a good friendships around that you can communicate these things with, and they offer you good feedback on how to deal with things going into the future. Not just to fill you up with false senses of like hope or anything like that, just conversations that help grow while you're in it, if you get what I'm saying. And it's very therapeutic. That's why it's good for men to have friends who are about stuff and have relationships and go through things and triumph over things and still is good with they women. That's why I like having friends like that. Niggas in good standing, because if I need some help, I'm gonna go to you. As I always was. So I always had people I can go to, giving it. And this is like just random conversation. So I'm just saying, I always had people like I can go to. Hey, why this girl do me like? Cause nigga, you wear your heart on your sleeve. That's why you go into these things blinded and just full of faith, the faith you should have for God and reverence for God. You get that to a female, and that's where females capitalize and they get you right there. I used to think that was a fantasy, but now I don't think that's a fantasy. You feel me? I don't. I think males the same, but they get you. And false senses of love, and females realize you ain't got nobody, you ain't really deal with your family like that. I found out I was being taken advantage of a long time ago. Like, oh, y'all was all working against me. You don't want to do that. So you want to nip all that shit in the bud. What up, Jamal? So, I just say, no, I'm cool. I don't want this relationship. You feel me? I don't want to see this person. Not even that it's a relationship. I'm going to disassociate myself from this individual. And thank God that I do, because they always had a BDs, or they first baby daddies or something on the side. So it's really like you like the main side nigga to a offshoot of a relationship. And those been like my worst fears. You feel me, Marley? To be involved in these type of things where, cause niggas get jealous. You feel me? Hey, you be from Texas. Niggas get jealous. I don't care what females say, nigga. And niggas plot and scheme and stalk and wonder and think and can't go to. And what's that song? I can't sleep, baby, without you. So I need that security for myself, even like going into the future with Kevin Gillespie, the nigga. Man, I need to be sure you and that's just one of my traumas. I refuse to go. I need to be sure 1,000%. And then I live a cold life where I don't think most people can even take it. You feel me, Todd? I'm like banished. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, you know how many people call me just to thank me, just to point me in the right direction, just to read a Bible verse or say, nigga, I was in the scripture. You know, bro, but this come with how many women sit back and be like, bro, thank you. How many niggas sit back and be like, thank you. You know what that does to me in my personal life? What would that do to a female? How strong do a female got to be able to take that type of shit? Fuck sharping them and this pimping shit. I'm talking about some regular, thank you. So that's a whole nother, how could you even take that? I wouldn't want to put that on. That's a tough shit, because that's tough for me. You feel me? That's tough for me. So I've been thinking of all these things. You know, how strong, you feel me, fellas, how strong a woman got to even be around me, because it's coming. People like Rico, it's there. People like Brittany, that's there. These crazy folk is like ridiculous. Oh, I know you. Hey, bro, I appreciate you, champ. Come on. I'm saying, though, that's there. So how do you get out of these loops? I'm going to y'all. Well, how do you get out of these loops of, oh, again, you got to really identify the trauma, stigma. Well, I get played for false senses of love because I get attached to women who project false senses of love, and I can see through them. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? I get attached. I used to get attached to the trauma bond. Here they is thinking I'm enjoying the weekend, but really it's the trauma bond that the weekend go through. It's almost like It's something else. We'll talk about that on another Dice show. There's something else, but attached and attracted to the trauma bond, go through it, go through the hurt, and go through the flame, even though you know how it plays out. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. But I found that trauma loop going all the way back to childhood. And being attached to so much trauma, even in the household, mental, spiritual trauma. Press one. Just found myself just like, and I'm like, I gotta stop. I can't do that. I can't attach myself because I'm like me. I'm free, like Kimberly. Like I'm in the world, right? I can fly anywhere on this earth, though. My son just turned 18. And so, like with this, I'm like, I can't fall even though I see the same trauma occurred, especially with friendships, women, or anything like that. I'll just watch the shit play out. Damn, so I don't want to watch it play out. You don't understand what I'm saying? I don't want to see it play out. Because that's played out. God damn it. No. I say, yeah, they not gonna get me no more, Benjamin. Old girl and then Marley, that'd never happen because that's what I had to go through to learn what real women do and what low class women do. I had to learn that. On your way up, you gotta learn like what women are and what types of women do things like this. Do things like that. You know? You got worldly women and you got women of the faith, bro. It took me so. That sounds simple, right? But I'm me. You feel me? I'm Kev, so I can't just date anybody. I just can't be around I'm a hard worker. You gonna throw your problems on me and expect me to carry your problems. And then you gonna get mad at me. But I don't want to. You're gonna just throw them all. Because I can do it. But I don't want no problems. I don't want no problems because my life is good. And it's great. That's the thing about it. It's like I've never felt like I can't have no problems. They don't exist. Those traumas, I'm not associated with carrying those burdens and traumas and these types of attachments no more than specific types of spirits in individuals. And I had to hold myself accountable for that. So even when I tell women today, like, hey, this is the type of woman that you gotta be. I'm no longer like, hey, I'm Kev and I hope you like my shoes or something, how I get down and all this super urban shit. I'm more like, what can we build together? What can we build? Because if I'm not building and I'm just assuming problems, we got a huge problem. So that alleviate most of my problems. Because like Pookies and Ray Rays, there's Pookies and Ray Rays and women as well. Niggas and women. Pookies and Ray Rays. You know, so I choose to not be a Pookie and not be a Ray Ray, just straight up and down. You know? A lot of people met me and be like, oh, this nigga, he don't need me. No, I don't. If I want you, then I want you, but I don't need anything like that. I'm not a person that's in need. So you gotta approach Kev a little different. I'm not a person who need a place to stay. I'm not a person who need to borrow your car. I'm not a person that just needs shit from you. You know? And that was my problem. I never set those standards early in relationships. And even like basic conversations, say I'm just talking to a female, I like what I expect. You feel me, George? And that changed my whole life right there. As far as that, like, I just don't, because I've realized a lot of women just want to play around like you some play toy or something. I'm not a plaything. I'm not somebody you wrap around your finger and you this one and you that one. I'm not a person that's about to change my life and change. Like for instance, how many people call my phone just to say thank you? If you with me, you gotta like know that this is what this dude life is like. I can't stop nothing. I was thankful that the other one just stopped. Thank the heavens, Lord have mercy. I can't stop that. Only thing I can do is focus on my show, focus on my mission, where I'm going, my next program, who want to be a part of it, and things of that nature. And once I start doing that, I start getting out of this little needing to be in the damn loop. Remember that phone line, the loop, and everybody else's business, feeling certain ways, allowing other people's shit to affect me, watching how my shit affect other people, and my shit light work, like Rico calling too much, and people calling to thank me. Other people's shit is like out of the blue. I was talking to this one female. Her dude walked in the house while she on the phone with me, and she talking about she's sorry to me. I was talking to this other female. I walked in, her baby daddy in my house. I just got trauma from you females. I don't say do nothing in front of them. That's why with me you gotta be 100%, because I'm 100% real. Straight up and down. I'm not, I'm not in that community over there. I mean, listen, this is what it is. Y'all want to step in front of this bullet like, oh, girl, and then what? And then what? You gonna be jealous of the next 10 of them that's like, oh, thank you, Kev. Here, right here, take a picture. That's come with shit. You got to be strong. Handle that type of shit. Y'all be saying y'all strong, but nah, boy, that shit hit different. That shit easy. See, it's easy when y'all throw a bunch of men in men's face. But you got a disciplined man who people just say thank you. Sometimes I just trip out like, damn. Man, but them types of loops is for other people. I started realizing them was other people's fears. You feel me, Taj? The same person that said to me, "Oh, why these people call you or write you so much?" Because I'm special. They don't want to believe me. I'm special. These are the same ones that baby daddies bust in the house. Do you understand what I'm saying? These are I've noticed these traits is the same projection as if I'm them. And I'm not. You know, and I think that's hard to even think about. Like, it's easy to go to work and have little work boyfriends and shit. It's easy to be away from you. Like, it's easy, but when you dealing with a nigga who knows and shit, that's different. Y'all be doing too much. Projecting y'all little fears onto me. I'm not going. I can't do it. Take care. Listen. The things that I need done, just make sure they up to par. That's it. That's it. Because I know the projection angle that a lot of people go through, they project their fears and traumas on the other people. And I'm not carrying these burdens. No, because I got a whole life to live. I'm not carrying anybody else's burdens or Miss D. I took a long break to work on myself and discipline and stay ducked off for years and build myself up to being like the way that I am. And you can't fake that. You know, a lot of people look towards me for a lot of guidance, and I wasn't expecting that. So it's a certain way I carry myself. It's a certain way my woman carry her. It ain't like, you thick, mama. No, hell no. No, because somebody can see you out. You're a representation of me. See, my perception different. You're a represent, man. I seen you, man. Your girl, that'll break my heart. That's back into trauma loop. I can't go back there, so I got to make sure you right. Cause I'm not going back to the trauma loop. I got to make sure you right for me. So you like old girl over there. They thought they want to be with Kev, but they throw themselves in front of Kev. They can't even be with me. They don't know what to do with me. She wouldn't know what to do for me, the Canadian chick. You feel me? She wouldn't know how to deal with, Kev, I need help. Kev, what's this? What's that? Your young mind to be like, who's these bitches? What is this nigga? Why is this here just causing a bunch of rift in my personal life? When I run a YouTube page, you feel me? I'm a peaceful individual. And that's what my past has done. Has all men like, let me get around this nigga just to let me knock this person off. Let me knock this person off. You're not doing that. Because when you done knocking people out of my life, then I ain't got nobody around me. Then how you gonna treat me? I'm depending on you now. I'm back in the trauma loop and said, I'm not doing that. I found my own little exit out that little trauma loop. I know, what they say, they be having mama problems. Hell yeah, because our mamas be fucking us up. But yeah, so we got mama problems, but I don't got trauma problems. I've accepted the way my life is and have gone and how I've been treated, and I just refuse to go back to that because there was a lot of growth getting over them type of things. And I'm not trying to date nobody or be with nobody for an eternity that resembles anything that deals with those types of trauma bonds. I make these things clear up front. A lot of these females, fellas, they want to fuck with a nigga and they got whole niggas. They still with these niggas. And I'm just saying, not now, but in the past, not now, but I'm saying, they be still with them and shit. Like, you know, I say that I don't even go for this type of shit. Oh, yeah, I know, I'm sorry. Huh? But due to the trauma and shit, I don't even allow that type of stuff no more. You know, I try my best to like make sure a female is clear and very much away. Press one. You can't fast talking, nigga. I'm not going. Because you know why though, fellas? Because I've seen that before. I've been through that. So I know what it sound like. I know what it look like. I know when it's coming and when it's going, bro. But then when you like, you got that shit and then you run across real women who are like on another level of like womanhood, and like, it's like you can see the difference between classes of women. It's like, damn. So I see why I was fucked up. Because I was going for the wrong class of women. You see, the same women that reminded me of the people who did me the worst in my life. False senses of love and femininity and all of this energy and all of this nonsense. You feel me? So I found myself there. Like, damn. So that's why it's important that you look back on your childhood and your upbringing. To the women you found yourself in disagreements with pertaining to relationships, and y'all had to dissolve them relationships. Pay attention to what you was attached to and what you was bonded by and shit like that, because other people do. I know that too. A lot of people know you actually went through things with your parents, and you know, and use those things in a psychological way for leverage. You know, I've been done that way, and millions of other people, men and women, have been done that way. So I'm not ashamed to say that. That's normal shit. So it's what's how you get over it and get out of those time loops. What's important is like, okay, my exit on these types of trauma loops is what? What do you need? Where are you going? What do you want? What are your goals? What are your aspirations? That'll be to yourself. So you'll know what to ask somebody. You know, a lot of us don't even know what our own personal goals are, our own aspirations. You guess and you like riding a free wave, but what is it? But like, what is it? What's your reason? You know? You gotta have that. Match yourself up with another person of like-minded or reason. I do this for the foundation. My foundation is what? Scripture. Fact. So as a woman, you gotta be, even to get my attention, you gotta be very grounded. Because a good person is hard to find these days, bro. That's grounded in that sense. So you gotta be, I mean, a person like me. I'm talking to like Brian and shit, the young dudes who like, what would Kev be going through and shit? That it's not, you know, easy. You gotta meet somebody that's like-minded and solid as a rock. But my foundation is what? So think about it. Like, what's my foundation? You see me blowing blunts and all that. What's my foundation? So my woman has to be what? Her foundation got to be what? In everything that she say and do. That got to be number one. I can't change that because that's what I'm about. You know, I could never change that. That's just what I'm about. I teach it. I'm about that. I'm about that over everything. Conspiracies. I'm about that over everything. Me and B have great conversations. I'm about that over everything. So that's number one. And I had to realize, like, the females of my past, right? They wasn't into God at all. They wasn't. It just wasn't. One was into alchemy. The other one, this great. The other one was into just the same shit. Just the same fucking shit, bro. You can't fucking win, bro. I'm cool. Witches and warlocks got strike 3. Chakras, yep. Chakras and nature and bro. You feel me? You got, man. If not, I'll be depleted of my energy, my time, everything. Everything gonna have to be like, hey, the word of God. Hey, I thought about what you said about the word. Everything just gonna have to be like, it's just like that. So old girl can't do that. Kristen, what are you doing? Y'all linking up and clicked up and hating on each other. Neither one of y'all can't do that. Why are y'all jumping in front of these bullets? You're gonna just fuck up my day. If I date you, you're gonna fuck up my day. I'm not gonna do, my videos ain't gonna be the same. I'm not gonna have any growth. I'm gonna be in the negative. I'm gonna be broke. I'm not gonna move in the up and up. I'm gonna be moving in the step backward. Cause your personal issue, your problems, your delusions, all of your shit that's gonna come with you gonna come invade my peace. It's like your big sisters and them walking, just busting in your room like you ain't got no problem. Just move. You gonna come invade my peace. And I'm a person that feels peace. I know when you at peace. I know when you upset. What is it? I'm a person that feels those things like naturally. So I'm not saying, you know, that's how you get out of trauma and your shit. I'm just having a basic conversation on how I exit out of my own personal trauma pertaining to that type of shit is what? Upgrading myself, self-recollection. After building myself, what do you want? What do you want? Okay, you discipline yourself at this level. Now what do you want? You know? See? And then I found out at this mentality that most women don't know what the fuck they want. They was playing the whole time. Having me caught up in their little wonderlands of delusion. You feel me? So I dealt with the most prettiest ones too. Yeah, they tell me right to my face, nigga, I got niggas. You got me fucked up. All that goofy shit. That's what they tell me. I've been there. No, it ain't like, nigga, Return of the Mac Daddy, nigga. It's ought to be capping. That's play. Most of the time, it's just these types of things. 424-209-9506 is the number. I got my Coffee and Kush TV morning show in the program, so I just thought I'll get up here and talk some shit. Since it's nighttime, it's midnight on the East Coast, 9 o'clock in California. Why not? I'm wondering if anybody else experienced these types of things. You know, because my piece is very important. My piece, especially for my shows. 4 years of continuous show after show after show. Please, that's not normal. I'm different. You got to be different too. You know, a lot of people want to. Hey, Kimberly, a lot of people want to date Kev, like Brit over there. But then, what you gonna do with me? What the fuck are they gonna do with me? You know, it's like I'm I'm fucked either way. I can't do nothing because I'm at the mercy. It ain't like I don't understand, but at the same time, this is my life. It's the way it is. You know, it's not a storybook. It's not a Wonderland book. It's not. I really be at the house, chilling, chilling, and the fraud department lives, and this shit is real. You know. Let me see. Somebody called me from a 502 number. People calling me. Let me see. Let me see what's going on here. 502. Let me see. Let me see who this is. We get a night call, a nighttime session going on. Somebody called Kev.
Hey, Kev.
What up?
Hey, it's
Oh, hold up. Let me put you on it. But
You gonna put me on blast?
no, I'm not putting you on blast. I'm not like that no more. I retired. Yeah, I retired. Hold up. I wasn't expecting no calls, and I wasn't even expecting you to call. You ain't called in so long. What I do? Cuss you out the last time?
Happened, but you blocked me. I guess we got into it or whatever. But I feel, you know what I'm saying? I feel rock with you. Just wanted to let you know that you still one of my favorite YouTubers and dropping that knowledge, and I'm with you. And
Hold up. This is hilarious. Hold up. Hold up. All right, here I go. The people can hear you. Nehemiah, what's on your mind? What's
I knew
up?
you was gonna do that.
What?
You just said I'm a changed person, but Phil just did that.
What? I am a changed person. What you talking about? What you
I
talking
just
about?
want to let you know. Yeah, I just want to let you know. I still love you. It's all love. You was talking about trauma, and if I'm not mistaken, I think you said you don't have any trauma.
No, I didn't say
I
that.
would just,
No, I said I do got trauma. I didn't say I don't have any trauma.
yeah. I think it's really the way you deal with the trauma. I think we all have trauma to some type of degree.
You said it's rude?
No, I said I think it's the way you deal with the trauma.
Okay. I'm like, what did I say? Oh, but you right. It's how you deal with it.
I think that we all have some type of trauma. You know, be it little trauma, big trauma, however you have. I think we all have dealt with
No,
something.
but I'm talking about a specific trauma that dates back, like identifying the source, not just the term trauma, because I don't want to misconstrue. I'm just talking to the fellas about a specific trauma, the trauma of a good nigga. You feel me? That deals with, let's say, false senses of love and finds himself in that continuous loop You understand? So I'm not just talking trauma. I'm talking about the loop, the trauma that causes these different loops and repetitive cycles in life. Go ahead.
Yeah. So definitely, I can understand that, the trauma of a man trying to find a good woman. I have a son, so I've already had to do my research on these females in his generation and what's to come and what he faces. And props to you for helping me look at things the way I look at it and look at females the way I look at them. You helped me with that journey as far as how I look at females dealing with my son. And so I totally understand a man going through it and not being able to find a good woman. So yeah, the trauma behind that is real.
Well, I don't, I'm not even saying that the women aren't good, but the women was based in that trauma cycle, my personal trauma cycle. They wasn't good for me.
So can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
So when you talk about your trauma cycle,
Yes.
is it dealing with one woman or like multiple or several situations with a female?
Well, I was
Because I know I would take this one.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
well,
One will mess up the whole.
Well, I'm not saying one messed up the whole pot. What I'm saying is the women I found myself engaging with and finding, okay, I'm going to engage with this woman. That was the woman that fell in line with the repetitive cycle.
Did that happen just once or did it happen more than once?
Well, more than once. Repetitive.
Yeah.
The repetitive.
Yeah.
And I had to sit down and say, why? Okay, this person did me wrong.
You know what,
but why
told me
was
one
I
time,
so attracted to this individual in this manner? You understand what I'm saying? In this manner,
You know what somebody told me one time, Kev, and it hit so hard it hurt.
Why was I so acceptable to this person, deceitful tactics in this way?
Yep. I had a therapist tell me one time, you have to ask yourself, why are you attracting this type? And when she said it, it was it hurt like, ooh. But yeah, why is this what is coming your way? At some point, I had to learn to look at myself in the mirror. I know you always be singing that Michael Jackson song, "Man in the Mirror," but that's real.
Well, I was just identifying mine. I don't know what yours is. That's my repetitive. I was just saying I found myself in these repetitive. Like cool people though. I'm just saying this was these women that are attached to other men, and I knew it from the go. Like even though I said that ain't what I want, I still knew it. Like all right, I'm gonna believe her, and I knew it. So what is this? Stupidity. Instead of going so hard on myself, why am I being so stupid? And I really wanted to understand what was it about me that made me susceptible to these false senses of love, and I was so open to that. Go ahead. Oh, look, somebody said it. Codependency.
Codependency. Codependency of emotions or financial or both?
No, because I know I don't need no women for no financial benefit. So that's why I'm saying it's from I had to from a chemical, from biological stuff, but this goes back to my childhood. Like damn, even like the way I was treated from, like, say, my stepmom. I love this woman so much, and I still do. I'm saying the way I was treated, you would be like, damn, you should have ate this woman. But I was so codependent in a way on the trauma that I was willing to never say nothing, and dad, look, bro, something, and never be real vocal about it. You know what I'm saying? So it was easy for me when I got older to be like, oh, I ain't tripping. Oh, that's nothing.
Hey, Kev.
That's nothing.
Were you ever able?
Because I didn't want to deal with the hurt that's locked in with my childhood trauma, and I didn't want to be like ashamed and crying and shit over no broad, and it wasn't about the broad. It's
Yeah.
about something
Yeah,
else. So
I
I
get
really
that.
wanted to know, what is that? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Were you ever able to talk to them, come to terms with them, or you just brushed it off?
Brush what off?
Dealing with your stepmom, and because I remember the video you did about that. Were you ever able to come to terms with that, or
What's what?
with what happened with your mom? And
See, no, but I already knew. I was dealing with that since I was a
do you
kid.
think that you're completely healed from it?
I think that I knew, so when it was said, it didn't affect me the way that they thought, or it would. It should.
Mm.
Remember, I was always like that. It ain't like she raised me. You understand what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. I do. Yeah.
So it wasn't that type of effect to that notion. But is there trauma associated with that?
And this
Of course.
is like personally for me as well. Like, how do you? What are your ways to heal? How do you find yourself being able to heal? Is it exercise? Is it praying? For me, I'm going to be honest with you, Kev. The only thing that allows me to heal is praying. I have to literally get down on my knees and pray to God for forgiveness, confidence, and peace to move forward. I literally have to beg God, please, give me the strength. Yeah, for me, it's prayer is the biggest thing for healing. Is there anything else for you any other healing tips? I know exercise helps, but is there anything that you do to help you heal?
I talk about it. I talk about it in an honest way, and I get good feedback. I express it. And
You talk about it to who? You talk about YouTube? You talk about it to your YouTube and your
everything. I will talk about it with a person I'm having coffee with. I just met.
Well, maybe I need to get out of my shell and
I don't know.
Start talking to people I don't know.
Well, it just happens. It just, you'd be surprised.
But maybe that'll help as well, huh?
You'd be surprised. People just want to talk to me. It don't matter. They just want to talk. So I want to talk too. So since we both want to talk and we both having coffee or breakfast or whatever it is, and make these moments about real life, about these types of things. You get real personable, you know. Because overcoming and help from others can come from a gas station clerk, a person working, changing your tire. You feel me? You never know. You never know. Like, you be like, damn, I needed that. The gust of wind just blow on your face, and the person just said the most perfect thing that applied to your life, and it was like, dang, I felt that. That's real. So I get a lot of it from people.
You are good with people. You're really good with people. You're patient with people. You you know how to talk to people as well as listen. You know how to hype people up. You know how to give people advice. Look, I'm going to say this. It might sound corny, but you are people-y.
I'm people-y.
You're people-y.
I'm people-y. Drop the out. Make sure we coin that. People-y. Go ahead.
People-y. Kev Rowe. People-y.
People-y.
Lot of people.
Yeah. So, just people. We pray and things of that nature.
I struggle with being peoply because my first go-to is prayer. Prayer is not peoply. Prayer is you're in that closet. You're in your car. You're in your bedroom. Prayer is somewhere you, by yourself, intimately with God, talking to Him. So that's my go-to. And it's very introverted. It's not extroverted at all.
So how do you deal with past relationship traumas and moving on into new experiences with new individuals? How do you do that? Let's say you've had a long relationship. Let's say if you can do it over, it don't have to be real. This is hypothetical. And you've ended a 20-something, a 15-year, 10-year relationship. How do you correct the trauma bond that you have? There's so many different connections, and not all are traumas at that point. I was just speaking from one traumatic experience, but other bonds that are created, of course, love bond and other things, but specifically trauma. How do you deal with that transition and not bringing that into a new space with a new individual? And then you got to have trust in the other individual is not bringing it in as well.
I'm glad you asked that question, Kaz, because hopefully the right person is listening to hear this, what I have to say. If I could do it all over again, me and my son's father were extremely close. We were in love. He was in the military, and he was gone a lot.
Right.
When he was gone, there were a lot of people in my ear.
That's right.
He's doing this. She's doing that. You might want to check on him. I don't know your base. I don't know how far I can go with this. I don't know how candid I can be. Can I be completely candid or no?
Yeah, no. You can be. This is Cabro at Night, Channel 54. This is real. This is real. So be real. Okay. Like if I was your cousin or your favorite cousin on the couch sitting there with you, drinking some. You're not my cousin. But you know what I'm saying, though. You know what I'm saying.
If anything, you're like my future person that I'm gonna meet one day, and we're gonna chill and be my best friend.
What the fuck is this? What the fuck is this?
I love you. I love you, Kaz.
Jesus Christ.
This is Nehemiah you talking to.
Oh, my Nehemiah, what the hell are you? Oh, my goodness.
Why don't you unblock me? Unblock me, first of all. You got mad at me and blocked me, and I get it. But unblock me.
Okay, unblocked.
Boy, I love you. I'm not going to do nothing to hurt you.
Okay, unblocked. You're unblocked. I waved my magic's fairy wand. You're unblocked. So go ahead. What's on your mind? Future person of mine. Go ahead.
So, back to what I was saying. If I could do it all over again, ladies, if you're listening, don't let nobody, and I mean nobody, family, friends, neighbors, church members,
that's right,
don't let nobody get in between your relationship with your man.
How important is
Don't
that?
Don't let nobody get in your business. Don't let nobody tell you what to do. Don't let nobody believe they have authority over your relationship, because the minute they feel like they have authority over your relationship, baby, the minute you start sharing too much information about you and your man,
baby, here they come.
Here they come. You have to protect what you and your man have. If I could do it all over again, the biggest mistake I made was I included, well, it's two parts to it. I included my mother. But the reason why I included my mother is because he was in the military. So I needed my mother's help raising our son because he was gone.
Easy, well explained. I get it.
But if I could do it all over again, I would have found a balance between would I let my mother be included in versus my relationship with my son's father. I had to find, and it's hard. It's not easy. I ain't saying it's easy. It's hard. But some kind of way you got to find a balance. Mom, this is not your business. Auntie, grandma, cousins, this ain't your business. This is me, my man, me, my husband.
So, do you think
Because,
their suggestions played a role in the separation? Because you said got in my ear.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah. And you would be amazed, Kev, how fast it can happen. The getting in your ear part, that can happen. You won't even know it. You would be sleeping at night thinking about what somebody said in your ear. You would dream about that. What somebody said in your ear. And then you'll wake up like, oh, this person just said this.
So how do you get out of these types of trauma loops? How do you get out of that?
To be honest with
You say you meet the love of your life in the future, and you bringing your family with you? You're going to introduce that guy?
Well,
Are you just going to watch what you say? You're just going to not? Are you just going to watch what your output is? Your you know, the little shit that you say to moms, and then it get blown out of proportion. Next thing you know, y'all broke up over some dumb shit they suggested. He ain't good enough for you.
It's to the point to where whenever I do, like, go out on a date or meet somebody interesting, sadly, I don't even mention it to my family. I might mention it to my best friend, and I keep it there. I don't mention it to my family because I don't want their input. I don't want their, if this is really a good man for me, I don't need your energy to ruin it. I want to get to know this man for me.
You don't want your family to fuck this up?
I mean, if that's how you want to term it, yeah.
Sounds about right. That sounds about right to me. I just have to ask questions like that because, I've been done wrong. I got trauma associated with that type of shit, so it's always good to get a female's perspective on
so
those and see what the women go through.
As a man, because I have a son, so, like, as a man, how do men deal with it?
Deal with what?
Well, I know it's a lot of I hate to sound repetitive, but I have a son, so I have to look. You know what I'm saying? I have to survey the area, and it's not looking too promising.
For women?
And I know.
For the men.
Well, I know you have kids too, so maybe not just the men, maybe the men and the female children. How do we? Okay, I'll be honest with you, Kev. Right now, what I'm struggling with right now is my son's father is not in his life, so I am the only guidance he has. As far as the guidance I give him, the only thing I know to do is, number one, like I said, get down on my knees and pray. Other than that, is there any other guidance or any other thing I should be telling him? Or when it comes to these females, Kev, these females are different. These females are forward, aggressive. They don't give a damn.
Oh, my stomach hurt. Whoo, I felt that in your gut. Jeez. They don't give a damn, huh? Ruthless.
Not one bit. And so me looking like I look, they don't know I'm his mother. They think sometimes I'm the sister or so they don't know who I am. So right in front of me, they're trying to get at him. And I'm like, did you know this is my son?
Maybe y'all just crazy. Maybe all y'all just crazy. Maybe you one of them mamas who think she look good. Maybe you one of them. You one of them hot mamas. You look good. You one of them. She don't even want to say it now. You one of them mamas who look good.
Kev,
You better not. Huh?
What you just said about that?
What?
Take that back.
What? You be going to pick them up in your spandex shorts, talking about, come on, son, get in the car, and you open the car for him, you get out the car and open it up for him?
No, Kev.
What you be doing?
Kev, I know you got a show. I know you got a show to put on, but I'm going to need you to keep it real with me on that. Take that back. I'm not no hot mama.
I said a hot mama.
Are you going to take that back or no? Because you know that's not true.
I don't know anything. I'm just asking. What's going on?
A hot mama.
A hot mama. I've seen hot mamas before.
You lucky I love you just to entertain your audience, and I'm going to keep this going. A hot mama.
Yes.
Okay.
You still got it. The young men tried to holler at you. A hot mama.
Kev.
Huh?
No. That's not a
let me
hot
see.
You are corny. You down right now?
What's your Instagram? Let me see.
I gave you it like 10,000 times.
Oh, that you ain't got nothing on there. Not that one. But anyway, what's the trauma associated with? I see you just. I don't know, Nehemiah. I don't know. I'm just talking about my personal traumas and how I end up in these loops of continuous hot mamas who I find.
Hot mamas. Just said it again.
They were hot mamas. They were hot moms. they were all hot moms. So, hot mamas.
Okay. Can I ask you to please politely not call me that?
I like the term hot mamas.
Okay. Even though you like the term hot mamas, can I respectfully ask you not to call me that?
I didn't call you that. I said, were you a hot mama? You didn't respond. I left it alone.
Oh,
back to the trauma. Back to the trauma.
Never.
Okay, back to the trauma.
Hot mama.
Back to the trauma. Back to the trauma. What can you help me with in dealing with women and exiting these trauma loops when dealing with women? Constant hurt. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, the first question is, Kev, do you want to be helped? Do you want a relationship? Do you want a wife?
A relationship? I didn't say a relationship.
What you want.
See, women, I don't think y'all should be giving advice no more. A relationship? I said I need help, ma'am.
You said you need help.
See, you's a hot mama. See, get these big old boobs out my face. I said I need help. I didn't come over here for none of that. I said I need help with my issue. I got this problem.
Wait a minute. You muffled. So you muffled.
I said I got this problem. I need help. I don't. What you you gotta help me. We not about. What you thinking about?
Nothing, Kev. I'm right here. I'm right here with you. I'm listening.
Oh, I need help. Offer me some help for this time continuum that I got going on.
Okay. So, all right then. What it is then?
B said you suffering from hot mama trauma. Go ahead.
Okay. said hot mama again.
It's okay. It's okay, young lady. You don't got it. I would see. You don't got it. If you was dating a man like me, I would have left you at the bar. I would have left you at the piece of barter. What you talking about? Help me.
Yeah.
Help me.
First off, you wouldn't have left me at the bar.
I sure would have.
No bar.
Yes, it would have.
Yes, it would have what?
I would have went to the bar. What's wrong with the bar?
What bar?
I don't know. They got bars at Buffalo Wild Wings or anywhere. What's the advice you got for me? How could you help me out with this picking the wrong one? You might be one of those women that's the wrong women. You might be a problem.
Yeah.
Huh?
Just to let you know, I ain't trying to get at you. I love you, but I ain't trying to get at you.
Oh, that hurt my feelings.
Hey, man. Hey. I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings. All right, Kev. Kevin.
I'm here.
All right.
Nehemiah think one of the women who thinks she's just sexy and stuff, but she's really not. She's boring. She don't have a conversation. She can't help me with anything. Can you? What can you help me with?
Now, Kevin, that hurt my feelings, man.
What can you help me with? I'm going through something.
Kevin.
I'm talking to my audience. The only thing you came to do was bother me, and you not doing nothing for me. What's up?
Now, Kevin.
Now listen,
You just said I
your
hurt
voice,
your feelings.
no, the voice ain't sexy to me or nothing. That shit is tired. You smoke Newports? Well, you better come on and fix your voice, because that sounds like you smoke Marlboros or Newport Slims or some shit. I need help.
Whatever. Look.
That's your sexy voice?
Yeah, but
Huh?
I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, okay?
Okay.
I wasn't trying to hurt your feelings.
Could you help me with this trauma loop, though? No? Okay,
Right, so-
okay, Nehemiah. It was a blessing talking to you once again. But once again, you can't help with this. Once again. So you said I'm going to be your future whatever, but I don't think so. I don't think we make a good match.
Oh, well, I wasn't talking about a per se match. I was just talking about...
So, hey, you just wasted my time then. I don't want to waste my time meeting you.
I just was thinking that
No.
maybe we could be like... I said that...
No.
Yeah, well, I was joking. I said best friends. But, Kev, what's going on with you? Why are you doing this?
Why am I doing what? I'm going through something.
Why are you, letting you go like this? Why are you doing this?
Because I'm suffering from trauma.
I understand that. And that's why I called.
But you're not helping.
I wanted to talk to you.
But you're not helping me. Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I thought you was going to call with some assistance, and you didn't. You just
I
don't
don't
have.
know if you're doing this for the show. I don't know if you really mean what you're saying. I don't know.
I'm trying.
I'm pretty sure you feeling my vibe. I'm pretty sure you feeling my energy. That's why I'm confused right now.
No, I am not
real.
feeling your energy, ma'am.
Well, okay. So I just called in and let you know I'm still here, still love you, still support you. Wanted to call, connect with you.
You connected. Shout out to you, Nehemiah. Thank you for the call, Nehemiah. Hello?
I'm still here. I'm still here. That's what I don't get. Like, you the one that I'm still here. I don't even know what happened last year whenever you blocked me or whatever, but even all that, I'm still here because I still have a love for you. And it ain't no, and it's just to be, look, I'm not trying to embarrass you, but Kev, I'm not trying to get with you
You can't. I don't want you
at
to.
all.
I don't think you're my type.
And that's fine.
Yeah, I don't think you're my
I
type.
admire
I don't
the
think.
education, the
Yeah,
wisdom, the teaching,
that's right.
the Levitical laws talk about,
Yes.
biblical truths.
Yes, I know you admire the good qualities about me. I know you gonna name everything about me. I'm talking about your good qualities. I don't see anything that I'm interested in.
Yeah, that's fine. You don't gotta see nothing you're in.
Why you
That's
mad?
fine.
Why you getting upset?
I'm not upset. I'm just saying, maybe you offer more to the table than I'll offer, and that's fine. That means that if you offer more and I offer less, and you don't like what I offer or feel like what I offer is subpar to you, and you need to get on, then you need to get on. As a grown woman, I'm still going to give you your props and tell you, okay, this is where you uplifted me at. You might not like me, you might not like my style, but hey, Kev, loved one, this is where you uplifted me at. You don't gotta like me.
Girl,
I'm so confident in
hold
myself.
up. I didn't mean to upset you. I didn't mean to upset you. I didn't mean to upset you. I was just playing with you. You're probably attractive. You don't smoke Newports. I was just clowning. You said Kev, I didn't mean to hurt your feelings, but it looked like your feelings are hurt. Okay, Nehemiah. Thank you for the call, ma'am. She had absolutely no help for me. I need help. Help me try to understand this quantum loop that I'm in. She don't get mad. You said you didn't want me. I don't want you. I didn't say I was looking for a lover or a date or nothing like that. I'm giving hypotheticals on how I found myself and you trying to figure out my life story. I heard you say this and it's your trauma associated with your mom and these women always trying to dig deeper than what shit is and trying to make shit that is ain't. You know, I told you what it was. I identified it all the way back to my childhood. We was in here talking about what? Codependency. I know I look vulnerable, but you ain't finna get me. We talking about codependency, young lady. You ain't mentioned nothing about the topic. You just distractive. A lot of you women think y'all like so attractive and sexy and think I need to talk to you, and I don't. I don't really. I'm just you don't have God on your mind or in your voice cavity. I said you got to be at least asking me questions about something. Make me think. Yeah, I think these types of women are so used to men chasing them down that they don't know what to say to a man who don't need them in that fashion, who not looking at them in no lustful manner, who not in need of their money or they boom boom boom. You know, they always trying to diagnose a nigga. I just told you. I just said this is associated with codependency to childhood. You know? I asked her if she was a hot mama. That got her because, you know, a lot of women like to comment on how they look like their sons, sisters, and all of this, and it's all ass backwards and stuff. This is women who be caught up in mirror on the wall, who the baddest of them all type of analogy. I can't do that. That's too many problems. You look too good. You're going to be eyeballing every nigga, making sure every nigga see you as if you're a prize to me. Just probably welcoming every nigga to dethrone the king. No. I pass. I'm looking for high discipline. Like myself. High discipline. You're going to ruin my life. Been there, done that. A lot of females just want to diagnose you, try to see where your angle is. How could I get so you got mama issues? I ain't got none of them issues. They got son issues. That's what they got. They got son issues. They ain't got shit to do with me. My issues goes back to codependency on false love. You see that, Kimberly? How am I? You see how she tried to do all that? Oh, baby, then she gonna rub my neck. Get off me with all this psychological mind control, witchery. Press 1. I'm not, girl. Get your hands off me. Move your arm. That type of shit scared me. Get that psychological nonsense up out of here. That's what narcissists do when they try to control you. Start just pinpointing all your shit. A lot of these women lack substance. Is there more to you than how you look? Jeez, no, because she was like, if it seems you bring more to the table, what, confidence? We all make about the same amount of money. So, what? The fact that I don't see that type of woman look for men who they can do stuff for. To try to appease and say, oh man, no woman. I'ma run. Hit that like button and subscribe. I'm going to run. You know, nigga trying to get out that trauma loop. Can't be there. A lot. Let me see. She sounds clingy and controlling. Max, you know it? Where you going? What you doing? I'm taking out the trash. What you doing? Why do people talk to you so much? Because I help a lot of people. Oh, well, I don't like that. Well, I don't care. You know, that's what I'm going to say. I don't give a damn what you like. You're not going to like nothing I do. You're not finna turn my life into what you don't like. Life. What the fuck? My life ain't finna make a 389-degree turn and be like, oh, let's accommodate everything you don't like. Huh? Next thing you gonna say you don't like is me playing my video games and I don't like. But this one and that one, you professional nagger, probably got more problems than solution. I can't do it. I can't do it. A lot of like her, she want to be all cute and sexy and use her sexy voice. Girl, I'm talking about something real. I'm talking about getting out of a trauma loop. Here come her with her enchantments. Hey, hey, what's up? What's up? I'm talking about you don't want me. You couldn't get me if you did, and you do want me. That's why you still here. Press 1, but you love your baby daddy. Press 1, and you know I ain't going for it. Press 1. So since you love your baby daddy, and I ain't going for it, then you lost.
Huh?
Somebody called Mr. Gillespie.
Hi, it's Tasha.
Oh, Tasha, what's going on? George in the building. What's up, Tasha?
Yes, I'm good. So, I'm listening to the show. It was a good show.
I'm just talking about a trauma
Nehemiah.
loop and my own personal experience. Thank you.
Yeah, and she tried. Nehemiah,
She
she
tried.
shot her shot, and that was.
No, she said she didn't, but we all know she did. So Nehemiah is so full of it. She is just full of it.
Man, but yeah, I think just coming out of honestly, I think you being who you are and having a platform, I do agree. It takes a certain type of woman. It takes a certain type of security
Fact.
and trust.
Yes.
So, if you had come across women that probably maybe been hurt in the past
Yes.
by men, then they're going to have like a controlling aspect to them,
Yes.
where they're going to shut down any female attention because that's a threat to them. and don't let them be attractive, because then that's a problem too.
Yeah, that's a problem for sure.
Yeah, you've got a lot of followers, and you've got attractive followers too. So, you got a lot of choices. The woman that's going to be able to, that's just going to be hard for a woman, and that, like you said, it's going to take a very special person.
She called them
Very special
special. By special, you mean special ed?
Special, like rare. That woman is a rare gem, because I'm not going to say even myself, like, Jesus, if my husband had the platform, I'd probably be searching emails too, like, who's that?
You see Anton Daniels lost his mind, divorced, and woman stupid.
Right. It takes a certain woman to be like, yeah, and that's just what it is. You gotta, this is what I do, and this is who I am, and you got to be okay with that. And a lot of times a woman will be like, yeah, I'm okay with it, until, you get deep into that relationship, and boom, she's asking questions. And I'm not saying that's every woman, but
no, that's not every woman, but yeah, the few experiences I had, once they found out I was a YouTuber, it's like, oh, what the hell is this one? What's this? Who is this? What's this? And a lot of times it'd be like Rico or some old dumb shit.
I know. But it's going to be like that because you have so many options. You got, it's not like the regular person. And I mean, even the regular person has options at their job or just grocery store, but you have 10 times as many options. So that's a threat to, a lot of females. But if you enter into a relationship and you go in clean and honest, and you've never exhibited those type of behaviors where she had to question anything you've ever done, then I don't get what the insecurity would be, except for the fact that maybe she was hurt in the past.
A lot of these insecurities be their own. I come to find out.
Right.
That's been my experience. It's been like, wait a minute. So this whole time was pretty much projected energy.
Right. Yeah, because she's probably been hurt in the past. So therefore, like I said, if you came in the man you are now, and she never had a bad eye of your intentions or whatever, your whereabouts, whatever, there should be no problem until you've given her a reason to question that. Then I could see the insecurity.
Yeah, but that'd make it look like I gave them a reason, when most of the time it was them and they baby daddies or their little boyfriends on the side, and it was projection. Right. So I'm like, damn.
She was doing it, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, wait a minute.
So they had, okay. Well, then you know why then.
And that's why I experience it. If I experience it now, I'm like, wait a minute. First off, y'all know I'm a YouTuber. First of all. Second of all, what's got, if like you said, maybe people be hurt in the past and stuff like that. Maybe so.
Yeah.
Or maybe a person done the hurting. Maybe.
So maybe they done the hurt, right?
Yeah.
So now you're the guilty one, so you gotta exhibit and show those insecurities and make sure they have a power and control over you.
There you go. So I give you the control you looking for. Just them passwords on them phones, but not, listen. The people who want these types of powers be the first ones hiding everything in their lives. So I don't understand it.
Right. I mean, if you're picking the same type of women,
yes.
Then
well, it was repetitive in the past. Now I've caught the wheel per se. Like, wait a minute, So I'm just talking to the fellas about these instances I've had in past dealings with this type of situation.
Attracting the same woman.
Bingo.
In the past.
That led to that when I was thinking about it, I'm like, wait a minute, now I have like codependency to like trauma. I'm addicted. You know, like, wait a minute.
Yeah. So I always say, like, for me, looking back in the past, just as relationships, period, I'm like, you know, why did in certain points in my life, why did I choose to make some of the decisions that I did? Why did I, you know, like going out to the club? I never even liked the club, but I was introduced to the club at like 15, going to Florida with my cousin. She would sneak me in.
Right.
My first little drink. I didn't even like it.
Oh, the trust. Yeah, I know.
Trying to be cool.
Yes, ma'am.
And so I looked up to her because she had, you know, just everything. I thought everything together. But then you look at the kind of people that you thought, like maybe there was women in your life that you thought that's, you know, or it's either your favorite cousins that you admired, and then you were going towards maybe the ones that you had, you know, you were close to, or it could be.
Wait, repeat that again. What you just said.
So maybe the people, like the women that you were close to, that you admired at that time in your life, maybe those are the type of women you're attracted to. Or the fact that, or that you were attracted to. But I know a parent's rejection, like the opposite sex, you know, that rejection, and that can make you, I think, a person go for like a approval. So if you kind of have an inkling that somebody's in a relationship already, you kind of making them choose you, and then that victory makes you feel validated. It is. So I don't. But I know for me, and a lot of the, you know, the cousins that I had, and my father was a great father, so I know there's qualities that I knew, and then there was men in my life that I kind of, like my uncles and men that I saw that maybe sold drugs and things like that, and then certain points in life. So it's like I've seen both, and so there's certain qualities that I accepted in certain men that I dated that I knew I wasn't about that life anyways, but I still I was, you know. So anyways, but I think those things play a part. The people you hang, your environment play a part in that too.
Yes. A huge part.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just, I had a memory, and it's going back related to trauma. It's going back related to that type of thing, and again related to distrust with stepmom and how that plays out in my choice in women.
Right. Yeah. So it's like if she rejected you and maybe made you feel like you maybe weren't good enough or didn't give you that attention, then, you know, you wanted to seek that attention possibly. Or,
but why would I be attracted? Well, why would I be a codependent to that type of trauma? What would be? That's what I was questioning, but it goes back to when you're a kid and
right.
And
because that's the love you want, you know. That's the love you're used to. If that, you know, the woman that already has a guy and is dishonest and can't, she's not bringing much.
Where did I learn that from? You know, that
attention.
right there, that scenario. That scenario.
So you're used to not being the number one pick, at that point. And with when a parent's rejection is like, especially, she was your stepmom. And I'm not sure about your real mom, but
Oh, she just came out and said, I was switched at birth or something. I'm not her real son or something. So that's a whole nother story.
I did hear about that too.
Yeah, that was insane in itself. So I'm like, okay.
And so that's a double rejection, which is crazy to me. I don't know if she said that out of an argument or like she just came out straight out of nowhere and was like, "You're not my real son."
Yes, it was one of those moments of like, now it's time to tell him. It was one of those times.
Wow.
Yeah. So, you know what I'm saying? That's probably, as a child, like, why doesn't my mom come visit me as much? And then you get older and realize, wait a minute. So, yes, like you said, double trauma, double the, what you call it? Double the...
That's double rejection from
double rejection.
Women. Like, your mother is your connect. Like, that your mother is so important to you, like, as a child's development. And this is what they study all the time to make sure they mess that up for a lot of us. That bond between mother and child, especially at birth, is the most important. And the between the ages of birth and like a year, and I believe even after, like at least up until toddler years, that connection right there, it shapes you. It shapes your. I think it shapes your whole emotional system. And
of course,
if you don't get that. And you don't have that attention and that love and that protection from your mom, you're going to you're gonna have a hard time in relationships with women, and even if vice versa for a woman with her dad, you'll have a rough time bonding with the right type of man. That's what I think. I have friends who had like unhealthy relationships with their father, and and every guy that they just, it's just really easy for them to date man after man after man, and then
got you. Yes.
Maybe even using them for things that they want.
Right.
And so kind of using your body.
Right. But it stems from this. Like a guy will be like, oh, she crazy as hell, look what she, but actually in real life, it could be stemming from, and we all know this, the lack of an absent father or an uncaring father or a father that, yes. So
that's why it's like, I always say have empathy. Like, even though, it looks bad, you got to have empathy.
Yes.
Because
that's the gift and the curse of the good person. That's
know what a person's been through.
Yes, and then like say one of these people do terrible trauma, you have to come to an understanding of that type of person, that type of mentality. A lot of these people do come from these type of background. I attract, because I'm such a loving person, and I attract hurt people as well.
You want to fix them. Yeah.
And not even that. It ain't even that. It ain't even I want to fix them. I'm just naturally we just gonna fix it. We gonna figure it out. And but those are seasonal things. And I had to use like, oh, this person is hurt. This person actually need my help. Whether this is an attractive person who this is a person who actually, you just broke up with your dude, you need help, or something of that nature. So my perspective is a little different. But
it's always the really attractive ones. They always, let me stop.
Oh, my goodness. Those are
they got it all. They got all the trouble.
Oh, my goodness.
The most beautiful women in the world, like Jesus.
Yeah, they got all the trauma with it.
but because, and then you're like, man, and even the men, a lot of the men are saying the same thing. So it's just, I think a lot of people just trying to deal with childhood trauma, and then you haven't dealt with it, then you coming into these relationships and you're hurting people, or you're hurting each other, and then, that's why before you get into anything, work on yourself, and then, as far as I know, the lady that called Nehemiah, she was saying, what do you do for your son? I teach my son early because he's going to be 15. And I talked to him about it early. I wasn't a perfect woman, so I make sure I tell him, look out, don't, the things that I was, doing back then, that's not a woman you want. The old me, that's not the type of woman. But the good me, the new me, the woman you see today, I still am not perfect, but take that and find that, because I want my grandchildren to be raised by a better woman than I was, so that I can have good greats and great greats, and that curse can be broken. Whatever it is.
Yeah, I got exactly what I'm getting. That's why I'm talking about it, because I'm like, what better way? I mean, I can sit and ponder it late night by myself, but why not just turn the computer off and talk to people about these things? Like what I'll be thinking about, like Kev. Even though I'm not affected by this, and I am, but I'm a good judgment of character at this point. I've kind of caught this loop of like deception and trust, and even what I expect and want out of a partner is like the bar is like up, because I can't work and be sane and be.
You work that hard to put yourself in a position where today, as far as emotionally, mentally, with your spiritually, you're all.
That's what matters.
You're all together. So for someone to not match that, you would have to start all over again if they came in and damaged it. They would put you right back at the same place you came from.
Facts. Identifying the loop and trying to close that cycle is why I started this discussion, and why, and I know there's other fellas out there that's probably like, dang, I'm kind of going through that too. That's why I talk about these things and open up these phone lines. So yeah, anything else?
That's it. I just wanted to give my opinion, but I appreciate it.
I appreciate you. Thank you for the call. Tasha it is. Georgia.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
Blessings. See? Everybody got different opinion. Everybody, that was a more, Nehemiah is, but she is, that was a more thoughtful and educated thought process when it came to understanding different. And finally, I'm like, yeah, there it is there. Those different traumas, and identifying the two types of traumas and the two rejections from both my parents, and identifying and seeing that like, dang, that's some real hurt right there. For His glory. You're on the air. What's going on?
Yes, how are you, sir?
I'm blessed. Just having a good conversation at night, trying to see where everybody brains at. What's going on?
Absolutely, yes. So this topic and conversation is one that really is intriguing to me because of my own personal things, and having to really, like you said, unpack trauma and realize where certain things that I dealt with came from. And so when you said codependency, that really stood out to me. And the reason why is because I realized that when you first started talking about trauma, that was something that I dealt with. And so coming out of a relationship that was long-term and realizing that that was what the relationship was based off of, and realizing, okay, so I don't ever want to be codependent on a person or a feeling or anything like that, as far as being like the foundation that my relationship would be built on. And so I realized that I had to figure out what the norm is as far as being a codependent person, lacking boundaries, people pleasing, things that, that you really probably shouldn't be doing.
Yes.
So I had to pinpoint those things and work on them. So, over the last couple of years, I have really been trying to exercise, hey, set firm boundaries with family,
Right.
friends, past relationship, like, hey, this is the expectation. This is what I will allow. This is what I will not allow. And so then there is no confusion. And I found, too, that communicating and not being afraid to actually say it to the person, because, you don't want to hurt feelings, or you are scared of confrontation, saying like, hey, this conversation needs to be had, and so I'm going to be strong enough, I'm going to put my big girl drawers on, and I'm going to have the conversations that I don't want to have.
Right.
And I realized that in doing that, it gave me the confidence in myself. So dealing with low self-esteem and, struggling with that as a child, and that stemming from different things in my childhood, realizing that having the confidence to speak up actually helped me, build up my own self-esteem, and realizing that I didn't need the world's validation. I didn't need anyone else's validation as far as who I was. And so I feel like as I'm healing and growing and striving to be better, I think that is probably been the best for me, is just actually communicating exactly what's on my mind and not being ashamed to do so, and not being afraid that I'm going to be misunderstood. Because I feel like I feel like as long as someone allows me the chance to speak, I feel like I'm able to communicate as long as I feel, safe to do so and things of that nature. But I think it's just really having those tough conversations. And I think for me, as I'm trying to grow and build and be healthy for myself, for a future person, for my children, for whatever that is, I think that really just being honest with myself and working on me, and not looking and saying, or pointing blame and saying, this person did this and this person did that. What did I allow? What did I stay silent on? Was I just grateful that someone loved me? Where did that stem from? So really getting, like you said, back to the root of it, so that it doesn't transpire again, so that I don't, like you said, get stuck in the loop of just bare minimum, or just being grateful that, someone sees me, or like that type of thing. It's, I think for me, my, I guess, pivotal moment was when I came to grips, and I wrote in my journal, I said, I would rather be alone and have my mind as sounded as it is right now, than to ever be pulled back into something because it feels familiar.
Wow.
Or allow someone to pull me back into any type of past trauma because I was vulnerable enough to share it with them. So you know what I'm saying? So it's like,
Right.
okay, well, I shared that trauma with that person. I won't allow them to use it as a weapon against me.
Right.
And you know what I'm saying? So in my vulnerability,
because that happens. That happens.
Yeah,
For sure.
it does.
It
does. Yes.
And people pull, and emotional pulls, and these past trauma.
Yes.
That's why when she brought up, when we were talking about what my mom had said, what place was it from? Oh, that was very honest. But the thing is, I knew that already. So what they thought I wasn't prepared for, I was prepared since I was 14 years old. Like, wait, maybe this isn't. I was already thinking about these things, and things when I was grounded, I would sit in my room and cry and be alone for hours on end, thinking like, what the hell is this? And at this age, people don't know how I can chill at the house so much, but you don't understand how I grew up. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in South Central.
Your environment.
My environment was crazy.
Yes.
So
absolutely.
So just talking about it is relieving. So I understand. I understand what you're saying.
Talking about it. Absolutely. So I just, I wanted to call and let you know too that I think that you being an example of how you're supposed to work on yourself and, kind of get rid of outside noise or the dependency of other people, like just being with yourself. I think that you've been a great example for that, and like helping us see like, hey, you're going to be okay. As long as I have the Father, I'm going to be okay.
Facts.
As long as I have Scripture, I'm going to be okay.
Yes.
As long as I am studying and I know law, I'm going to be okay. So thank you for that, because in those moments where the trauma or someone tries to throw something in your face, you have something sound that you can stand on. Because my studies, my notebook, I thank God for it. I thank God for my 1828, because those are the tools that I've used in those moments of self-pity or despair to hold me up and say, no, like I have something that's tangible that I can actually study and keep my mind on.
Right.
So I just want to say, I want to say thank you for that.
It's a devil's playground. You start living in regret in 10 minutes, and you like, wait a minute. But yes, ma'am, I appreciate you so much, and for such a kind word. Thank you so much.
All right, I'll talk to you later.
Yes,
Bye-bye.
ma'am. See? Easy. And people are going through things. That's the difference between what Nehemiah was talking about and what these sisters is talking about. Nehemiah, it's like I'm talking about a specific trauma, like overcoming. I got a Trapped in Trauma series that I'm talking about, and people need to be aware of these things that cause people to be a certain way and not be so judgmental. Like me personally, I've been neglected with love, this so-called love thing so much, and people removing people from my life that are true friends of mine. So a person can't remove true friends of mine out my life, because that's my support group. That's who I talk to about my life, and people who understand me at a deeper level. Press 1. So that's tough. Like the sister was saying, it's going to take an incredible woman to deal with Kev, because look, and that took a while for me to even say for myself, to have confidence to say, damn, I deserve a special gem type of woman. Not that many people have the confidence to say what they actually deserve. And that's triumph in my life in itself, from a person who ain't graduating shit, who didn't complete nothing. I ain't got no forklift license. I be telling them niggas to go get. Well, I know how to get a job. I know how to fill out that resume. I know how to speak. Don't worry about it, Kev. We got digger. They got me. Trust me. But bro, in reality, we all deals with certain types of traumas. And these are the certain types of trauma I deal with that goes back to childhood-related trapped in trauma things that affect us to this day. I would have codependency issues if I'm made to love people who don't love me. You feel what I'm saying? As a child, you like, damn, but I love y'all, and you get told I don't love you. Now that's some other shit that goes into a child. I don't even know how I'm this positive. God is good. That's triumph over trauma. And Taj know what I'm talking about. Now you tell a kid, I don't like you. Little Kev. Oh, I hate you. Like, what can a little Kev do to you? The little one. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Nothing. So, coming from those places, which a lot of us males do, and then growing up, being men and finding women, like young ladies are women to date and stuff, and don't think that has a play on those types of relationships. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, but it's up to you. Like it was up to me to try to identify. And if you can't, try to find somebody to talk to, or if you got enough revenue to get a psychologist or get some help in that way, to where you just have somebody to talk to. Because we all go through if you don't talk about these things, you're going to join the Red Pill community. You're going to be on Fresh and Fit podcast for the rest of your life. You're gonna be watching mediocre tutorials forever. You feel me? And just come to grips like, damn. So I'm used to it. Yeah. You know how they say your father used to take the kids over to the girlfriend house and they was cheating on your mama and they'd take the kids over there? That happened to me too, but the other way around. So not only was I doubly neglected, I was traumatized in that way. So that's why you got to do a lot to be trustworthy to me. A whole lot. And I wouldn't want to put that burden on nobody. Especially modern women. Some shit they can't do. You know what I'm saying, Big Two? Wouldn't even want them to feel... shout out to Tasha, the caller. I wouldn't even want them to feel, Tasha, that obligated. You feel me? That's a tough situation. So I was saying it's like a gift and a curse to be Kev, because it's like the standard is like, But the world standard for me is so high. It's cool when they do it. It's a problem when I do it. So, and getting out these loops is identifying the source of these problems, or getting as close to them as you can and not be afraid, like Forrest Glory was saying, to being able to talk about these things, especially on a great podcast, talk about these things and express yourself in the way. Y'all see me on Kev Road University. I wasn't like that my whole life. I studied, I was smart, but I wasn't this expressive. I'm big capped, Taj. Nigga, I'm one of the shyest niggas that ever grew up in Los Angeles, bro. Trust me.
Press 1.
Trust me, I was a shy person, bro. So all this y'all see the people who knew me from back in the day, they just are like unfucking believable. Cause they know my trauma story. They was there. They knew my life. And to see how I'm saying these things now, and it's like, whoa, this is deep. So Coffee and Kush TV, you on the air. What's your name? Where you calling from?
Yeah, this B calling in from Texas, man.
Oh, B, what up, champ?
Yes, sir. Man, what a awesome show, man. Oh, man. And about the trauma that everybody goes through. Like, oh, man, awesome show. I'm just thinking, like, from a male's perspective, with trauma in relationships, like, it work both ways. Like, you can't be bringing in baggage from the past. You gotta learn how to treat people, even with me, like, women before, I didn't trust it, I ain't trust it, so it made me treat, people a certain way to protect I felt like to protect myself, And then when you finally meet somebody,
it was like your protection, like you use it as a defense mechanism. Go ahead.
I'll cut you off if it's something that I ain't feeling. Talk to you about it. If it ain't, I'm gonna cut it off. I'd just rather be regular, and go from there.
That's right. Damn. Okay, I get what you're saying. Go ahead.
Because I can remember, I was talking to this one girl. I was young. There was a bunch of stuff I ain't like, and then, the controlling issue. I'm like, man, I just want to go home, smoke some weed, and play video games. That was I just want to just keep it regular, man,
Yeah.
And then when you do meet somebody who's a good, meet a woman who's a good woman, man, I had to make sure I'm doing the right thing. I had to check myself, because it ain't about looks. You gonna have a good looking woman, something that you can deal with, or you ain't gonna deal with her. But it ain't all about looks, and it's about really the person inside. When you see, man, it's a good woman, man. I gotta do the right thing, man. And then developing a family, what I do affect everybody, So it's just being real.
That's a different outlook when you know what you do affect everybody.
I'm listening to your story, the things that the adults around you did affected you. So I gotta be thinking about my next generation.
Facts.
I could even look at my grandparents, how they affected my parents, and I'm looking like, wow, how y'all came out of, like especially my mom's, how you come out of that to be a good person. You know what I mean?
Right.
And so, like, it's very important for us to talk about these things and look at these things, and like you go, you got to check yourself first. Like, I got to check myself. Like, what am I doing? Is this beneficial for me and my family? How I move affecting my children? If so I think it's real important, bro. Like, this is a real important subject. I had to call in and give some give my 2 cents, so to speak.
Of course, because everybody's trapped in some form of trauma. I thought like, okay, what type of trauma can we start a good topic on? And I said, well, I'll start off with my own. With my own type of trauma that you may not know or nobody else may not know, that my trauma stick, and maybe that'll be an example for somebody else. Like, damn, it goes back that deep, that far? Yes. It goes back to when, it's the reason why you don't trust women, why I don't trust women that way and trust their love. I tell it straight up, I don't trust women's love like that. So you got to show me something else.
And even with me, one grandmother is like the perfect example. The other one is like, man, I see what you do. I'm young, but I see how you get down. Like, you a destroyer. Like, hell no. So all the game and stuff, it made me not trust, like, completely, Like, I had trust issues. Like, man, you trying to game me. I done seen this before. And a lot of times
bro.
it's true, because I've seen it before.
I seen this before, bro.
Yeah. I'm like,
this is the melody of my life. This is the sweet melody. This is the song right here. I know this shit like the back. Oh my goodness,
For real. And I didn't even see him go like, man, you'll tell me the truth, but you be lying. But at the same time, some of the coldest stuff ever. Man, I was talking to this one young lady, man, and she had a baby daddy, but she tell me, she say, like, I'm not with my baby daddy, blah, blah. And she with me, we chilling. She like, I'm with my friend watching a movie. She didn't lie, but it wasn't a lie. I was like, man, you too good. I can't talk to you. You deceptive for real.
That's like, too deceptive. You didn't lie. You didn't lie. And you wrong. You still wrong.
Yeah, you told me that you ain't had no baby daddy.
I'm breaking up with you. You didn't lie, but this is the wrongest shit. Bitch, you might as well lie.
Mm-hmm. She was just too good with it. I was like, I can't trust nothing you say at all.
Is it ever hard detaching from people just like that? Like, oh shit, I can't fuck with you. Oh hell no.
For real, you too damn good with it. I'm like, damn. So like my thing is, all right, now I gotta keep my defenses up, because I ain't, like you say, I ain't trying to waste my time. I could be doing something else.
Listen.
What I need.
Hey, B, listen to me. A woman can't lie to me and be like, I'm a good woman. Look, if you know my lifestyle and you know what I've been through, and you know all this, Kev ain't playing. Your phone ain't on lock at all. What's like all this goofy shit that's going on in the world? I don't want to see no trickery nowhere. My dog better not act funny around me, bro. What the fuck, bro?
In the conversation.
Huh?
I can't lie, bro. When you said hot mama, not just to talk about the lady, but
yeah.
I heard it like, nah, that's problems right there. Yeah. That's how men think. When you start talking a certain way, it don't matter if you sound nice, especially we know about enchantment.
Yep.
Man.
So when I said hot mama, she got offended, but you know what I meant. You knew exactly, because that's how men think.
Wasn't offensive.
Yeah, you. What that mean is you won't. You know exactly what I mean by hot mama, and I'm not going. You know why I'm not going? Because there's beautiful women out here that have beautiful bodies and nice everything, and ain't even out here on no hot mama. Everybody look at me shit.
Right. Do you want
You
that
understand what I'm
attention?
saying? Yeah, a lot of y'all are built on attention in this world and built on attention from every male. And there's only a few of us. It's more y'all than us. So y'all in bad
Right.
shape when it comes to picking a good man because niggas don't give a fuck.
What they call it, that's a new version of attention deficit disorder. You
Yeah.
need that attention.
Facts.
Yeah. Yeah. But another thing too, if a woman don't got no kind of mind, you can say God all day,
Facts.
and even just with intelligence, if you ain't got no kind of intelligence, you could look good, but it's like that's unattractive too. Like, man, you gotta, like somebody said in the comments, a woman of substance. You gotta have some kind of substance. Like, you know, like I could talk to a woman, my woman about anything. You
Yeah,
know,
that's right.
history, even math. What you gonna teach my kids? You know, that's something to think about. What are you gonna be teaching them? You know,
Oh shit. Oh
you
shit.
got homework and you
This might,
right.
this might be my friend. This might be my friend. B said, "What you gonna be teaching my kids?"
Real question. Man, my kids knew how to read before they went to school.
Don't.
Teaching and checking. Like, man, you gotta have some kind of brain. So you gotta have a mind. For real.
Oh my
For
goodness.
real. I just gotta shoot it straight. Like, man, that'd be unattractive. Like, you talking about the regular worldly things, this and that. I mean, it's cool to be cool, know what's going on, but now you gotta have some sort of, you gotta have intelligence, man. And another thing, like, when you do find that person, man, bro, like, it's something different. Like, that ain't only gonna be your mate, man. That's gonna be your friend. Like, man, that's like for real, bro. Like some of the stuff I done went through. I'm a tough dude, whether known or not. I'm a tough dude.
Right.
I done go through physical things, but man, bro, like I'm gonna just tell you straight up.
When you down, you down, and they there.
They there, man, bro. But even when that person got down, I could deal with it, you know. If I'm hurt, broken, up, whatever. Hey, I got God. I know I'm gonna be straight. But man, when it's your friend and you like, man, I think I'm about to lose my friend, bro. I cracked. I cracked
Yeah.
for real. And then even dealing with that, like, hey, man, I'm a tough dude. This is what I pride myself on to be, you know, before, you know, like, but hey, bro, but with God, you can deal with it all. But man, I'm gonna keep it real. Like that affected me too, you know. Like, man, I finally found, you know, what I'm looking for in life. And man, I'm about to lose it. I crack like an egg, bro, straight up. But you can overcome all of it. It's possible with that foundation. You can overcome it. You fall, get your ass back up. That's it. For real. But nah, kid. I just had to.
What about that? What about that cycle of that loop cycle? You know what I'm talking about? Of trauma, which it keeps reoccurring in your life. I spoke about it in my own way. Do you ever experience a recycled, relooping of the same trauma? And Forrest Glory brought up how certain things you might even tell somebody. You know how people hold things over your head. Men do this a lot. Women do it a lot, depending on who you is. They hold things that you've expressed to them, traumatizing things that people know. In my situation, one of my exes would say, "Well, I ain't your stepmama. I don't hate you."
Yeah.
Like that type of shit. Like, huh? Who's talking about that? What the hell?
Right.
Where did that
Right.
come from? Like that shit. Like, okay, you threw that out there to hurt me.
That's
And
the hurt.
there it
That's
is.
the hurt.
Those are the
Now-
repeated people. Those are the narcissists, they say, who throw those things at you and boom. And a lot of us men get caught up in that type of shit where we try to hurt the woman with things of trauma. And it's like things
Yeah.
you know about her that you knew that something happened by her uncle when you were 5, 7, or something. You threw it back up in a heated argument on some fuck shit. That shit right there. Go ahead, champ. And it causes these recycling of traumas that come about, and people be triggered by this. Go ahead.
Yeah, yeah. Even if you mad and angry, but like, man, if you say you love somebody, man, you don't do them dirty like that, man. Like, yeah, that will cause a cycle of hurt, and then it's gonna go back and forth. You gonna try to keep hurting me, I'm gonna keep trying to, and then people wonder why relationships don't work.
Well,
It's not gonna
relationships,
work.
no, they work all the way up until that trauma causes the trigger, and domestic violence, the big boom happened. Here it comes.
Exactly. She mad at you over something small, and y'all just make it, or vice versa, and y'all trigger one another, and then
Trauma bond
like you said,
and everything.
and then not being forgiven at all, not being forgiven, bringing it up. If you forgive them, keep it moving. You know, y'all keep it moving.
Have you ever experienced that in past relationships, where a person will, where a subject matter will cause the recycling of those type of repetitive things in your life? In mine, like a codependency on false senses of love that I felt compelled and tried to make a reality, and it just wasn't. And I didn't adhere to the signals, didn't want to, didn't pay attention. Well, that's how that played out. But what about you?
Well, man, just making mistakes, and then being real about making a mistake, and you say, okay, all right, man, you real, you kept it real with me, but it don't never go away. Like, how can I overcome that? I'm not the same person that I was before, you know? And then it become trust issues, or, you know, things like that. Like, it be trust issues. Like, I can't even go down the street. You calling me where I'm at.
Who?
What you doing?
Your ex or your girl? Let's say your girl won't, like, you. There's trust issues with her, so that's associated with some form of trauma in the past. Like the sister said earlier, that may be something like she was hurt in the past and just don't trust men being up the street. Nobody being up the street.
Yeah.
You understand?
I'm not. And then see, that could go back to the man too. Like, you got trust issues from the past, and then you might say something like, "Hey man, I'm not such and such," and you feel like I'm poking at you with that. You see what I'm saying?
What you
but
mean?
I'm not. I'm just telling you. You know, like, just say, you talking to a woman now, and she got trust issues from the past with men before you. And, you know, you recognize that now that you're in a relationship with them. And
and you say, I'm not such and such. I'm not this. What do you mean by that? Go ahead.
all right, I'm talking to this woman who's been hurt by a man before me, right? And she has trust issues. So you acting like I did it. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't do it. You see what I'm saying?
Well, that's what I was explaining earlier. So yeah, I was explaining that, like, you know, women get this whole shit fucked up, and well, in my life, those types of trust issues occur, and it was like projecting. It was always them. Go ahead.
Right, and that's some hurt that you got inside you that we can talk about and we can deal with it, but we got to recognize that I'm not the person that done that to you. You see what I mean?
Bingo.
So,
Yeah.
and then vice versa.
Right? Yeah.
All right. dealing with women before had these certain traits that's not good, but I can't treat you like that. You didn't do it. You know what I mean? So that type of thing will keep a cycle of trauma going, and then y'all will develop y'all own trauma if you don't handle it well. You get to arguing, like you said, it could turn physical, or y'all just like you don't have no peace. Y'all not gonna work without having peace with that, you know. So I'm like, yeah, bro, I can see, I see that personally. I see it in families in our communities. Like, man, bro, like it's a wheel of trauma, and it affects the children, and then the children end up having these same issues. So yeah, it's definitely the.
And it's scientifically proven that these things can be passed down to the children. And we're going to get more into that on more trauma series, but go ahead.
Like, if you got a woman who been hurt and she feeding this to her daughter or son, you know, you don't, you know, just say she feeding it to her daughter. Now, when she get in her relationships, she carrying this baggage, and that's not even your problem. You causing problems in your own life. I remember the sister that come in earlier was talking about listening to her mom and messed up her relationship. Like, I've seen that too. Like, certain issues is not your mom's issues. That's between you and your man. If you keep it there, then that's gonna be it. It don't matter who get in your ear. You and your man need to talk about that. You know, mama, that ain't mama business. Straight up. You know, and you know.
A lot of women be having everybody in their business who don't need to be. And then they put on, and then the guy has to keep a persona that you don't made up.
For real. Then even with the guys.
Go ahead.
All right. I'm big time player in front of my partners. You know?
Yes.
All right. But don't nobody know when you going home, you sounding like Rick James. You singing. You know? You see what I'm saying? Like,
He on his karaoke with Kev at night, huh? Yeah, listening to The Weeknd and shit.
For real. That boy singing Ebony as soon as he walk in the door, which is cool, but don't be funny. You see what I'm saying? Don't be funny. You get misleading this young lady.
Well, you know
like,
what? You know what? Niggas gonna front. I'm more focused on the trauma. Them niggas can boobity bop and keep sweat their way into whatever. I'm more focused on these loop traumas and getting out and real, because men go through phases, and niggas gonna do when niggas do, and that is forever right there singing bullshitting.
Yeah. I ain't gonna get off topic. Yeah, you right, man. But like the trauma of how we treat each other, like, man, with the order of the family. I'm gonna just go back to the basics. And we treat people like we want to be treated, like ourselves. And then these children, we got to treat them right, man, because we affecting their lives, you know. And the next generation, the generations that come going to have these same problems. Then it becomes this how you people act type of thing, you know.
Well, for me, my trauma didn't get well. Yeah, I didn't go to jail off my trauma. I just was like, I don't give a shit about. I'm like, that's their problem. I'm more like, how did I keep picking these types of women to find myself in these repetitive cycles that led back to a childhood source of triggered events. Wow, I just explained that. So, like I was saying, I've been around the men my stepmama and them was cheating on my father with. That type of shit.
Yeah, damn, bro. That would have me not trusting nothing.
And that'll have you not trusting what?
That that'll have me not trusting nothing at all. Like, this how I go. Oh no, I gotta protect myself. That's the number one thing that people. I gotta protect myself.
Fact.
You know.
So,
If I seen my partner get punched in the nose, I gotta keep my guard up.
so it's like what you call a defense mechanism.
Defense mechanism.
So
that's it.
So I would develop a defense mechanism from this type of hurt.
Yeah, you would, because that's part of your experience. This is my experience. This really can happen. For somebody else, it might not be a reality. They just know it happens, but it's not a reality. But when you see it and see the reality of it, yeah, you're going to put your defenses up naturally, you know? Naturally.
So a doubly rejection plus that type of thing. Maybe that's why the rejection was going on, because the nigga was privy to a lot of shit. Still setting for specific time and events and the outcome in the future. Because look what I was just bringing up. Trauma that's associated with not being able to trust in that way. Like, no, I don't trust that type of love. That type of love is not real to me. I've seen that before.
Because it's like, dang, as soon as I let my guard down, this is a possibility of this happening. I know it's real.
Oh, it's going to happen. You're going to hurt me, for sure. For sure.
Exactly. How do I keep myself from getting hurt?
Facts.
That's like me riding a bike and falling. My thing is, how do I not fall? All right, hey, look, I know this how I can stay safe. It's defense. Like, shoot, man, it's defense. Even in sports, it's in our brain. Defense wins games. So I gotta win. I can't be out here getting damaged like this.
So what do I do to protect myself?
I have to
seek refuge with the Lord.
That's it.
That's it.
God,
that's all I got.
That's it. You gotta be on the same accord with the know the proper order. We both lined up with God. That's our foundation. That's the only way. Otherwise, there's gonna be a hot girl summer in my life, and that ain't what I'm looking for. If that's what you want to do, do your thing. But I can't. That ain't what I'm looking for.
Yeah, because I can't. And see, that's how you end generational curses. I've seen that before. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
When I was a little kid, I saw this before. So I knew better to end than that situation over there or that situation. But I wasn't aware of the trauma bond or the triggering or any of these things like that from a psychological level. You know what I'm saying? I didn't fully grasp the psychological effect of the things that happen as a child affects you later on. I wasn't aware. I hear people say it, but I didn't put it into context according to my life. And when I did, I was like, oh, shit. That's what this is. That's what this is.
When you see any inkling of it, I gotta cut it off. I gotta cut that off. I'm cool on that. That's what happened. And man, bro, yeah, the psychological, that's the number one thing, because, man, the mind, everything dealing in the mind. Like, wow, bro.
Gotta protect that.
Got to. I gotta keep my sanity.
Gotta keep my sanity. Tupac said there's gonna be some stuff you're gonna see in the future and hear in the future that's gonna make it hard for you to smile. For whatever you do, you gotta keep your sense of humor.
That's real. That's real.
That's real. To me, that's why I hold him at a high regard. It's like, that's real. Because whatever you experience, remember to never lose your composure. Because they win when your soul die. So baby, don't cry. Hope you got your head up. Even though the road is hard, never give up.
Never give up.
Facts.
And straight up, Kev,
Come on, bro.
Even with you taking that and it making you stronger and keeping God as a foundation, everybody that's watching you, including myself, bro, that's, man.
Yeah, because everybody experiences those types of things. They know it's real. That's what AI don't give you. They can't give you real. This is what No Jumper and all these niggas can't. They can't go there, bro. It's not real to them. It's an algorithm, artificial, intelligent, robotic, synthetic soul type of shit. It's not real.
Yeah.
There's no feeling in that. You know? That's
Real feelings out here. Real emotions. How to keep them in check. For real. Because, man, that's why people get triggered and we see the most horrific stuff like, man, how did that person go crazy like that? You know? They mindset.
how they in prison for the rest of their life and they crack.
Their wife got triggered.
They got
you know?
triggered, went
a lot
off
of people
and lost
might
it.
be laughing like, oh, he was tender. But, you know, like, what you choose, your choices. Like, man, like they say, like your life is your choices.
And then the cards is against you. You got all these traumas. You in Universe 25. Your spiritual beliefs is all crooked and upside down. You in sin. All that come with that package. So it's not just, you know, a trauma by itself. No. The package is held as Universe 25. That's just what comes with it. That's part of the symptom package.
Right. And even with things like that, nobody ever think about what happened in that person's background before and never learn to deal with it. You know? How do I deal with all these problems? Like you said, everybody go through these problems. But, like, how do you deal with it? And your foundation off. You up here, this example, practicing yoga and humming, and you ain't never really dealt with the real. You know, your foundation now was gone. Like, you know. So, yeah, you get triggered, you gonna react way different.
I react like that. Like, long as a nigga got freedom of expression, I'm good. Long as I can express these types of things and help others overcome their little trapped in trauma life that they've experienced and overcoming these different loops of trauma. That's just one thing. You know, so there's these different traumas is all different loops running concurrent like a jail time sentence. You know what I'm saying? And people in jail, they know what I'm talking about. So do the real people out of jail and real people. So, yeah.
And keeping your, like you say, keeping your peace, keeping your sanity, talking about it.
Yeah.
Prayer. But like, yeah, talking about it. And you hold stuff in, holding things in.
They gonna hold it against you if you hold it in.
For real. Like, you can't be.
Yeah, because you got to take your power back. That's your trauma. That's your power. That's what you went through. You went through that. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this is like taking that power out of the hands of the abusers. I understand that. You know?
Even with talking about it, like what you doing right now.
That's what I'm saying.
Somebody out there going through that same thing.
Well, I went through it. So, yeah, somebody going through it. See, I'm not a troll. I'm not going to sit here and pretend. I'm not like a YouTuber that's putting on a facade. I got my university. Coffee and Kush is a lifestyle. That's just what I do every day. And this is what I do. So it's really just 3 shows in one person. I'm the Ryan Seacrest of this shit. You know what I'm saying? Just 3 different shows, but it's the same because it's all real. This is the same shit. I just said, let me get on here and talk about trauma bonds and how we end up in these different loops, and I'll start the conversation. And the conversation went, and the females called in, the women called in and talked about different experiences. The women know about this psychology a lot more than a lot of brothers do, So they kind of understand what I'm saying on a psychological tip. They can actually like identify it on paperwork, like, he was codependent on by way of his past trauma experience. He probably got all type of little code names for it.
Right. They analyze it as soon as you start. They own it. It's straight up.
Oh yeah, they own it. Yeah, they don't play. Women don't play. They like, oh yeah, this is this. They already know, but it's more. So yeah, it's that. But you know, like you said earlier, it's like how you wear it. How you handle it, how you deal with how you deal with those types of things. So
I ain't gonna lie, some of the best advice that I ever got came from a woman. Like, real young. Like, dealing with, like, all right, I got a little girlfriend and, it ain't work, you know.
Oh, they'll tell you about what type of girlfriend you should have, what type of woman you should have.
Told me something straight up.
Well, that's why women don't like. Women don't like for you to have women friends. And women friends will tell you quick. Well,
Hey, B, look.
Cause
hey,
you know, males, we
are.
blinded. We blinded by love and looks and breast and everything else God made. Yeah, we just. Lips and eyes and shit. Yeah, bro. I just meet women like this now. How you doing with my hands over my eyes? What's wrong with you? I just don't want to be persuaded in any way, shape, or form. We can call this a blind date. Go ahead. I want to meet you the old-fashioned way. Let me hear you. I'm gonna meet you like Ray Charles. Let me see. Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands.
For real. No enchantment. You gotta come straight. You gotta be real now. No enchantment. Wow. That's it right there.
Niggas say, let me see your hands. I don't know what made me think of Ray Charles. That's like the only thing I remember from Ray Charles is his freaky ass saying. I was like, damn, what is this? Ray was getting down. Let me see your hands.
Let me see your hands. Nah, your hands don't feel right. You can do it. I'm cool. You talking different and your hands don't feel right.
Oh, my goodness. This is the life of males in America. The male cave wide open. But yeah, males in America are trapped in trauma. And it's about time we start speaking of these things instead of just outright attacking women like, oh, modern women don't know shit. Maybe Angry Man and Anton Daniels suffer from different types of traumas they need to get off their chest.
They suppressing it, but they suppressing it and it's coming out in a bad fashion. Yeah.
Talk about it. So when you suppress your traumas and your neglect and you don't hold yourself accountable and look back, why have you made these mistakes? You develop, what did you just call it? What is it?
They talk about suppressing their trauma, suppressed trauma.
Yeah. We gonna coin it called trauma suppression.
Trauma suppression, yes, sir. And then you talking about when they talk about modern women and the choices, like you said, why am I choosing this type of woman? Like, you know, I'm pretty sure there have been some women that ran across you that were some good women that you could have worked with, but You like, oh, she ain't got no BBL, or you might have some kind of superficial thing going on, you know?
That's what I said, B. Oh, yeah, you ain't got it like this, but nah, yeah. Let me see.
For real. You don't know what kind of superpower she got.
Fact.
You just ran right past her. All I do is you be looking for her. Like, where is she? But, you know.
She gone now.
So, yeah, for real. Your boy down the street got her. For real, let this woman know. You let her go. Out here singing, have you seen her?
Have you seen her face walking down the street? Have you seen her? Have you seen her?
Yeah, have you seen her? For real. Hey, Chad, she might not dress like these other women, you know? The attention seekers. She might just dress modest. You don't know what she got, you know? Like, man, she smart, everything. You gonna pass her up because she ain't dressed like the rest. You know, I think about Universe 25, man. The media, what we seeing, they telling you what you should like. You looking at the
what don't exist no more. Men of chivalry don't exist. Or black women today don't love black men, or just got all of these different projections of different categories of people, and they put it all on us. Like it's like we don't do this. We generalizing us in a way that's displeasing. Go ahead.
Right, and then I'm gonna be a passport, bro, because none of these sisters, like, you don't know everyone. You don't know everyone, and then the good ones probably don't like you because you got something about you that you need to see. Yeah,
the good sister gonna ask you, do you gonna believe in God? Do you believe in God? And they gonna say, I dabble and dab in all religions.
Oh no, I'm running. You gotta run. End it right there. Hey, nice meeting you. You have a good one. Keep it pushing. That ain't the one. Cause dibbling and dabbling, oh man.
They be thinking that if they tell them that they horoscope first, the women gonna respect them. They be beating these women. They be beating these women saying, "I'm a Taurus. Which one is you?"
Yeah, see. You starting off wrong. Your foundation is in the morning stars. You're going to get, that's what you're going to get. It's not going to work.
Nigga, women like to ask those questions.
Yeah, they do. I just don't, I ain't never.
Those are just conversation starters for women. They be bullshitting. I know they game. They be bullshitting. They ain't no guy. What the fuck they got to do with anything? And males who do it first, they see them as punks.
Right. They like, man.
Why are you stealing our shit, bitch?
Straight up.
Look, they're expecting you to say, I don't get down like that. I'm kind of Leo type shit, but on some real, I'm in the Word of God on some real G shit. They like, oh, damn. They don't be like that other shit, bro. They don't be wanting to say it. I'm just saying, if I went to the club, that's what they be saying, huh?
He in order. He corrected me. Nobody ever corrected
me except a nigga tried to pimp. And this nigga looks smart. See? Women like that type of shit, but not sharp from no jumper. They like smart shit. Like, connected to God. They know you not God and you don't even want to go half on the rent, stupid. Go ahead. They fooling you.
For real. They don't, like, they can talk to their homegirls if they wanted that. You know what I'm saying?
If they could talk to you about the same things that they talk to their homegirls about, you're in the wrong aisle, buddy.
For real. They like, they want a leader. They looking for a leader. So whether they say it or not, That's what they looking for.
I'll be like, if you don't put them little silly, you order some more of them little silly astronomy books. They like astrologies. What you see, Kev? See, I'm just gonna make fun of that. Go ahead with your silly self. I'm gonna teach you this though. Watch this. I tell them right to their face. You told you, your sage didn't work, did it? See, I'm blessed. It don't put it down. It don't work.
Real, they gonna be like, all the dudes be on this other stuff. You different.
And you different.
You different.
Mama, guess what? He made me get rid of my crystals, girl. I threw them all away.
Where your wand at? My mama like, hey, where your wand at? No, I can't have this. He right, mama. Look, he's like, where my wand at? No, my wand gotta go. Gotta throw it in the fire. Put it in the fire.
You burned it. That was given to us by our great-great-grandmama. Mama.
You come from a long line of witchery. How could you? No, I can't. I can't have that.
It's up to me to break the curse. We read it, Mom.
For real. You put something on her mind and have her going to mom telling her the right way.
Mom,
yes,
I think
sir.
you should be dating better, Mom. You should be moving up. Date a God-fearing man. Everybody be mad at you. You don't brought a man in your whole family who believe in God correctly. They this nigga. Everybody, man. You got to be delicate with smart individuals like myself. And B, you got to protect us because they going to be mad they going to break us up.
For
Then
real.
what you going to do? And you going to let them. You going to let them too because that's mama. That's what.
And then you see him with somebody else later, you're gonna be sad. For real.
Talking about you gonna be in the chat room pressing 1 for no reason.
Straight up, not even in the chat room, just gonna grab her phone and just start pressing 1. Ain't even nobody call, just start pressing 1. Like, damn. You let him get away.
Mad at the motherfucker. What the fuck? He was this bright? He was fooling us. Can't give him everything, bro. Be regular. Be regular, because they'll get you just right. Press 1, hit the like button, and subscribe. I can't deny that's pretty hilarious. That's pretty hilarious. They'll do you dirty. Parents, sisters, siblings, you'll be like, where the fuck, why do they hate you? All I say is, how y'all doing, ma'am? Good morning, afternoon, y'all want something from the store? Like, it just goes bad, bro. I don't know what to do. I'm traumatized. I don't trust people no more.
For real, because I'm like, man, look how they do. For real. I got a sister. She had friends killed. I heard the craziest stuff. I'm younger than them. I heard them talking. I'm in the kitchen. I'm fixing me a sandwich, but I'm listening. I don't like him. He too nice. The same lady said that, man, you done had babies get beat up. I'm like, man, why you never do well with the nice guy? He said he was too nice.
I don't know about him. Why? Because I can't figure you out. What the fuck are you trying to figure out?
Ask me, I'll tell you what you need to know. Like, yeah, what is that? I can't figure you out. Why you want to figure me out like that? That's weird. Like, yeah, that's
what do you mean? Yeah, I'm not feeding into your ego. I see you. I'm not feeding into your silly shit. I'm not feeding into nothing. In fact, I want to go home. People always try to figure some shit out. They're supposed to be eating chicken, enjoying the barbecue, and doing regular shit. You feel me?
For real. For real. Why are you trying to figure me out when you can just, I'm right here. Just ask me what you need to ask. I'm right here. playing these guessing games. It's like that's another thing.
Oh,
Playing around, you can ask me right here.
I don't get that. It's just the America. I don't know what this shit is, bro. This shit don't turn stupid. I can't figure you out.
Real crazy. Like, ain't nothing regular no more. Nothing.
I can't sit in my integrity, B. I can't sit in my integrity. You know when a lion is looking out in the wilderness, he not looking at one damn thing. He's grazing. He's great. He's great. I gotta watch the pride. I watch the everything. What the fuck? You ain't that important. People just think they so important. So important. But that's just a funny scenario. These are just funny scenarios on a beautiful program. Channel 54, Cavro University, pop-up stream, as you know it. We're talking about trauma, recycled, relooped, and reused trauma. Everybody else's trauma, your trauma, my trauma, it don't matter. You know, right here on Channel 54. Anything you want to say, B?
Yeah, that backpack. Everybody wearing a backpack when you need them. They got some in their bag, good, and some of them got bad. Find out what's in that backpack. Straight up. Yes, sir.
You mean in the backpack of life? See, I don't got no warrants. I don't got no felonies. I got a clean record. So in the black community, I'm high value in the Democrat community.
For real. Like, man, that's like the trauma they have all the trauma in the backpack. When you first meet a person, you meeting their representative. They ain't gonna just come out and be like, oh, I'm crazy. Nah, you gotta do a little research. Put in some work, find out what you're dealing with.
You gotta induce the stimuli.
For real. I gotta see what's going on. Like when you were just talking earlier. I'm like, whoa, bro. Like, oh, yeah, you got some crazy in your backpack. Something else.
What you talking about? What you talking about?
Like when you said hot mama.
Oh,
hot
yeah.
mama.
She got triggered.
So for real. I was like, man, your voice sounded like you was like real nice and sweet, but then I could hear it like, oh, yeah, this is just one conversation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you got to find out.
So I said, hi, mama. She was like, no, what you saying? What I'm saying is,
apologize to me.
Yeah, but I'm saying is, you better put something else on before anybody come over. That's what the fuck I'm saying. It's like I'm gonna have to tell you to be a lady in life.
Yeah.
Am I gonna have to remind you that you're a lady? I don't want to have to do that.
You should know already.
Facts.
We grown.
Facts.
That's it. We grown.
Facts.
Like,
I don't want to remind you you're a lady. You don't have to remind me I'm a man, and I'm not going to remind you you're a lady with a man. Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. So hot mama, I repeat, is you a hot mama? Is that what I just heard? You say they think you 21 like your son.
That's immaturity.
That's
right
immaturity. No, I don't date them types. Pop the balloon.
You say pop the balloon. Man, no, it's cool. I'm cool. Why you don't want to? No. Straight up.
Just pop. No. Irresponsible.
Yeah.
Childlike. Same age as they kids. Hang out. All the people say, ooh, you just look just like, they just gonna holler at your sons in front of you and all of this mumbo jumbo. There's too many family problems. I'm cool.
Right. I don't need all that.
Yes. How them grades in school, that's what I'm worried about as a father coming in. I don't need to be hearing about no Jordans or nothing else, but how them grades is.
For real. That's it.
That's it.
That's it. know the value of a dollar and all of that. Straight up.
I don't want to hear
Yeah, kid.
250 or nothing on them damn Jordans or nothing. And he fell in school, but he got pretty.
Shit, you
But
do.
he got pretty hair in the lineup.
That ain't gonna get it. I can't go to the bank and be like, hey, check my lineup. Nah. You gotta learn how to put in work now. This your only job. Get knowledge. For real. How you gonna understand anything you worried about a lineup? And Jordan. You gonna go out and spend on boots.
Me and B need to be old men. We need to dress up as old men and just talk shit at the barbershop on the podcast and just be the old man. Because that's funny to me. Young punk want to get some Michael Jordan shoe and don't want to graduate.
For real. Look at here. You need you a trade, young man. What do you do?
Wait a minute.
What?
Wait a minute. Did you hear Rico earlier?
What'd you say?
Everything wrong.
Yeah, I heard that. That was wild. That was wild. And really and truly, all of that stuff, you were still trying to help them to understand. You came back again. I ain't gonna lie, I laughed hard, bro. I can't even lie.
What you mean you laughed at what? What?
You mad? I was like, oh man, that was funny, bro. But you was still trying to help them. Everybody was still trying to, hey, bro, that's the wrong way. You still trying to defend this, bro? Stop it, sir. For real.
He was mad at you.
Man, I'm like, bro, I don't even care, bro. Be mad, man. But hey, it is what it is.
Because you know that set the precedent for tomorrow podcast in the morning. Because we buried their philosophy.
Oh, it's done.
Yeah, I don't think people realize what we did yesterday, which is going to be pertaining to tomorrow's program, is we buried that philosophy of theirs. It's gone. Because guess what? We know their God. We know everything.
God.
We know who. We're going to discuss that. So I'm going to call this, I'm going to call tomorrow's morning the crucifixion of Saint Rico, Saint Thomas.
Yeah.
We're going to have a celebration of life during the eclipse, the Church of the Eternal Eclipse. And Rico, Yam, St. Thomas from 7 BC to 2024 is the burial. And he should resurrect in about 3.5 hours. Press 1. So if you can look at the screen, that's the obituary that I came up with. Press 1.
Straight up. Let's see. Man, Kill.
Huh?
They want to get to the yams. They want to get to the yams.
So this is going to be the best idea ever because yam has been identified. And no, it's not a vegetable you eat with your collard greens. Press 1.
Not at all.
Do you want to tell the people what yam is, B?
Yam is another form of. Yam is a god under the they language system. Another one of their false gods. All worship. It's sin. It's sin. A dead language. They derive from cuneiform.
Did you know there was a god Yam?
Man, didn't know. I'm like, man, this is wild. Damn, bro.
This is. But check this out. Check this out. What was the name? It reminded me of something. What was the name of the Aleister Crowley alien that Aleister Crowley was involved with? What's the name of that alien?
No. Iowa.
Well, he identified, but it was Lamb.
they into the cultic worship.
Lamb, yeah, Aleister Crowley.
Dang, bro. Yup, that's it. Wow, bro. Man, that's crazy, bro.
So they worship this thing here. And we were talking about an AI, religion and all the artificial intelligence. That's what's running simultaneous. This belief system with yam or lamb, depending on your pronunciation.
Straight up. Got you out here worshiping idols.
But what is it? But did you look it up on Google?
Yeah.
What did it say?
It's hold on. Boom, stop. Yam is the Ugaritic God, which is in the same language as the Canaanites, same language family as the Canaanites. It's the God of the sea.
It's the God of the what?
God of the sea, the source of water worship, located in the Eastern Mediterranean.
That's right.
So, the God of the sea.
Poseidon.
That's who they were.
It's all equal to the same thing. Yam.
Yep. Yam. Pontos in Greek. So they worship the same God.
Pontos is Pontus in Greek. Pontus is the Pope, the king of the sea.
Sir.
So the Pontus in Rome is the king of the sea, and the king of the sea in Greek is Yam.
It's Yam. And this boy got crab legs coming out of his head and everything.
Oh, he's the 7-headed beast, man. This is going to get deep tomorrow in class. I just wanted people to be aware and be in class and be ready to learn, because we having a celebration of life here at the Church of the Eternal Eclipse. First thing in the morning, all the eclipse sin worshipers, y'all been put on notice. You feel me? And of course, Rico is casket ready as always. I'd like to thank y'all for having this conversation about trauma. We are definitely on Coffee and Kush with Trapped in Trauma, with more of my stories, of course, of different things that I like to talk about based on trauma, and get the conversations rolling in a different direction on that channel, which is going to be a beautiful thing. I thank y'all for that. Anything else, B?
No, sir. Kilroy, nothing.
Kilroy, nothing. Shout out to you, B. Always just calling in. Thank you for calling in, especially about trauma, champion. Thank you, my man. So yeah, I'm gonna be over here talking about this, doing a lot of work, focused on the goal, Babylon the Great, the eclipse, all of these things. Did y'all see? This man brought me another person's homework. He done brought his whole YouTube over here, trying to explain to you and I somebody else's work. It's never gonna turn out good for these people, ever. In their own career, they can't even show their face no more. Could you believe that? My man can't even show their face no more. They just embarrassed. Lord have mercy. They'll be trapped in trauma for the next 50 years. Shout out to Royal Purple, my moderators. Shout out to the people who called it in. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. And as always, family,